Good morning, guys. Happy Friday. It may be afternoon for some of you guys, so good afternoon to some of you guys. Happy Friday to you also. Since we're doing another mock virtual day, I made a screencastify of me presenting the information to you, and you will need to go in Google Classroom and find the assignment labeled Digestive System Guided Notes. I don't know why it looks like this right now. It does not look like this in your Google Classroom. When you open it, you'll be opening it with Cami, and you'll have to put text boxes in all of those spots so that you can type in the answers to our guided notes from our PowerPoint as we go. Okay, so let's get this started. So yesterday and the day before, we kind of talked about the 11 body systems and how all 11 need each other to function. And I told you we were going to go one by one, not all 11, but almost all 11 we're going to talk about. And the first one we're going to talk about is our digestive system. Okay, you don't need to write yet. I'll tell you when you need to write. What is digestion? Digestion is a process of breaking down food into usable material for the body. Okay, this video, if you get grossed out, you might want to skip it. If you do not get grossed out, pause my video here and click this link. I'll also post the notes in Google Classroom so that you can click the link and watch it. It's pretty cool. Okay, there are two parts to these notes. We're going to go through the notes part today. We'll do the coloring part next week on Tuesday after our long 3-day weekend as kind of a refresher. So these are your instructions. Open the assignment labeled Digestive System Guided Notes in Google Classroom. As the presentation is up on the board or on your screen, fill in the blanks as we talk about each part of the digestive system. The coloring, I'll save that until Tuesday, so we can talk about that on Tuesday. This is what the coloring sheet looks like, and like I said, we'll do that on Tuesday. Okay, so the steps of digestion. Step 1, food enters the mouth. When you begin chewing, it starts breaking it down with your teeth. There are, step 2 is there are enzymes in your saliva called amylase that start breaking down the carbohydrates and turning them into sugars. So this is where you need to start writing. So number 1, the first step is food goes into your mouth and food is crushed by your teeth. So when you start chewing, you are crushing the food with your teeth. Okay, step 2, your saliva glands make saliva with digestive enzymes that begin to break down the food. Okay, so you have, your spit, that is your saliva. Okay, that is what helps break down your food. Step 3, there's a flap in your throat. It's called the pharynx, and it closes so that food doesn't go down the wrong pipe. I'm sure you guys have probably heard that before or experienced that. It's not necessarily going down the wrong pipe in that case. It may feel like it, but it's not. Your body's an amazing thing and can do amazing things. But step 3 is your pharynx. Food passes through this area and into your esophagus. Okay, your esophagus is your throat. It's just, most people call it their throat, but it's your esophagus. There's other things in your throat that can be located in that same area, but for digestion, it is esophagus. Okay, step 4, the esophagus. Okay, esophagus, and it contracts. So, when you flex your muscles, you're contracting your muscles. When you pick up something heavy, you're contracting your muscles. So when you're eating and you swallow, that is your way of contracting that muscle. Okay, that is the name of the muscle. It moves the food through the esophagus towards your stomach. So when you swallow, your food moves into your stomach. Okay, if we were coloring, we would be on step 5 and 6 now. So step 5 is after the esophagus pushes the food into your stomach, it is churned. So it's not squished and it's not ripped apart. It's churned. So it's kind of like a washing machine. When the washing machine, if you help your parents wash clothes, it has this rinse cycle where it's like chicka 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 chicka. That's kind of what's happening with your food once it gets into your stomach. It's kind of churning like that, and it's mixing with gastric juices. Now, what are the importance of these gastric juices? Okay, so they contain enzymes called protease, and these protease enzymes help break down proteins and turn them into amino acids. Now, amino acids are important for a lot of different things in our body, and we are actually going to see amino acids again when we start talking about DNA. Okay, gastric juices also contain hydrochloric acid. Some people call this your stomach acid. Okay, that is there to help kill bacteria. It is very acidic, and it kills all the bacteria that could be on your food or might have gotten off your hands into your mouth. But it's still good to make sure that you cook your food long enough and you wash your hands before you eat. Okay, so this is where you write. Your stomach. There are glands in your stomach lining that make stomach acid and enzymes that break down food. Stomach muscles mix the food with the digestive juices. So it churns it mixes it all up. Okay, that picture is a really gross looking picture. That is not an actual picture. It's a kind of a cartoony picture to help you get a visualization of what we're talking about. Okay, step 6, your pancreas. The pancreas makes enzymes that break down carbs, fats, and proteins, okay? And then the pancreas delivers the digestive juice to the small intestines through tubes called duct. Not ducts, okay? Now we would be moving to number 7. This is your liver. It is the largest organ in your whole body. The liver makes bile that helps digesting fats and some vitamins for the small intestine to use. Okay, so the liver makes digestive juice called bile that helps digest fats and some vitamins. Okay, and then these bile ducts carry bile from your liver to your gallbladder for storage or to your small intestines for use. So food can go in different places, and in this case, it goes either to your gallbladder for storage or to your small intestines to be used. Okay. So step 8 is actually part of your, it's the gallbladder. And has anyone ever heard of gallstones? Well, when a person has gallstones, usually this requires their gallbladder to be removed, and that's becoming more common. I actually know a lot of people who have already had their gallbladder removed. You may know someone who's had their gallbladder removed. Okay, so the gallbladder stores bile between meals. When you eat, your gallbladder squeezes bile through the bile duct into your small intestines, and it does that to help provide extra juices to help digest food even further. Okay, step 9 is talking about the small intestine. So if you look at the picture, the small intestine is actually very long. It's just skinnier than your large intestine, which we will talk about after the small intestine. Okay, so the food passes into the small intestine through something called the ileum. Okay, the wall of the ileum makes digestive juices that contain carbohydrates, protease, okay, and lipase. We can say protease so that we can help remember it. So carbohydrates, protease, and lipase. Okay, those are different than what you are used to hearing. If you look, the duodenum, that's a good word too. Duodenum. Okay, Does not produce any of those digestive juices that we talked about, but has 3 poured into it. Okay, you can kind of see in the picture what that looks like in your body. So carbohydrates breaks down carbohydrates, protease breaks down proteins, and lipase breaks down lipids, which are just fats and oils. Okay, the ileum is specially adapted for absorption. So food goes here so that our body can absorb it and put it into our bloodstream, put that nutrients into our bloodstream. It is very long. The small intestine is very, very long, and it is so long because our food needs to digest, and we need to absorb as much nutrients from our small intestines as possible. There are things called microvilli. These allow for the large surface area and rapid diffusion or rapid absorption of the products of digestion. Okay, so this is where you got to write. I know that was a lot of not writing, but this is where you got to write. Okay, so small intestine mixes all digestive juices and moves water from your bloodstream to complete the breakdown of proteins, carbs, and fats. Okay, bacteria live here, that live there, make some of the enzymes needed for digestion of carbs. The small intestine absorbs water and other nutrients from the leftover digestive material. Okay, so this is what your large intestine looks like, and it's step 10. We're almost to the end. Okay, step 10 is large intestine, and it removes more water from the digestive materials and pushes it into your bloodstream. Bacteria in your large intestine helps break down the remaining nutrients and make vitamin K. Waste products of digestion, including parts of food still too large, become stool. Okay, so this is where all the things that we didn't need to absorb and get nutrients from, they are turned into stool. Okay, so the last step of digestion, of your digestive system that you have to write about is your rectum. The rectum stores stool until it pushes stool out of your anus during a bowel movement. So that's just when you go to the restroom. Okay? On Tuesday, when we do our coloring, this is what your coloring will look like. So keep these notes, use them. They're going to be so helpful on Tuesday when we start taking notes. And I hope you guys all have a great weekend. And it's a long 3-day weekend, so get some rest. And talk to you later. Bye.